love of a lifetime. In the rolling hills of the countryside, a young nobleman named Mr. Henry would often take long rides on his horse, enjoying the fresh air and the beauty of nature. One day, while riding through a small village, he saw a beautiful young woman named Miss Clare working in the fields. She was laughing and chatting with the other villagers, and Mr. Henry was immediately smitten. "Who is that young woman?" Mr. Henry asked one of the villagers. "That is Miss Clare, the daughter of the local farmer," the villager replied. "She is kind and hard-working, and everyone in the village loves her." Mr. Henry couldn't get Miss Clare out of his mind, and he found himself returning to the village again and again, hoping to catch a glimpse of her. Finally, one day, he mustered up the courage to approach her. "Miss Clare, my name is Mr. Henry," he said, bowing low. "I have seen you around the village, and I must say, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever laid eyes on." Miss Clare blushed and curtsied. "Thank you, sir," she said, "but I must get back to work. My father will be expecting me." Mr. Henry was smitten, and he began to visit Miss Clare every day, bringing her flowers and talking to her about his dreams and aspirations. Miss Clare, too, fell deeply in love with Mr. Henry, but she knew that their social differences made their love impossible. "Mr. Henry, I don't think this can work," Miss Clare said one day, tears in her eyes. "You are a nobleman, and I am just a farmer's daughter. Your family will never approve of me." But Mr. Henry was determined to make their love work. He convinced his parents to meet Miss Clare, and to his surprise, they were charmed by her kindness and intelligence. However, his parents had other plans for him, and they wanted him to marry a woman of their social class. "Mr. Henry, we have arranged for you to marry Lady Victoria," his mother said. "She is a woman of our social class, and she will make a perfect wife for you." But Mr. Henry refused to give up on Miss Clare. He knew that he loved her, and he was determined to make their love work. He decided to confront his parents and tell them about his feelings for Miss Clare. "Mother, father, I know that you want me to marry Lady Victoria, but I have to tell you that I am in love with Miss Clare," Mr. Henry said. "She is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, and I will not marry anyone else." His parents were shocked and disappointed, but Mr. Henry stood firm. He knew that he had to fight for his love, and he was willing to do whatever it took to be with Miss Clare. In the end, Mr. Henry's parents realized that their son was truly in love with Miss Clare, and they agreed to accept her as their daughter-in-law. Mr. Henry and Miss Clare were overjoyed, and they were married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by their friends and family.
The Three Sisters. Mrs. Thompson, a beautiful and wise widow, lived in a small house on the outskirts of town with her three daughters, each with their own unique personality. They lived a simple life and were not wealthy, but they had happiness and warmth in their family. Her eldest daughter, Emma, was a serious and responsible young woman, always thinking about her family and their future. Her middle daughter, Darcy, was a cheerful and creative young woman, who loved to draw and play music. Her youngest daughter, Charlotte, was a spoiled and playful young woman, always seeking attention from everyone. One day, a wealthy nobleman named Mr. James came to town in search of a wife. He had heard about the three daughters of Mrs. Thompson and wanted to meet them. Despite their simple background, Mr. James was drawn to their personalities and beauty. "Good morning, Mrs. Thompson," Mr. James said when he visited their house. "I've heard about your daughter's beauty and character. I would like to meet them and see who is the most suitable for me." Mrs. Thompson smiled and called her daughters to meet Mr. James. Emma, Darcy, and Charlotte each showed their unique personality and caught Mr. James' attention. "Emma, you are very serious and responsible," Mr. James said. "I think you would make a good wife for me." "But, Mr. James," Emma replied, "I'm not sure if I'm ready to get married. I want to focus on my career first." Mr. James then talked to Darcy, who showed her talent in drawing and playing music. "Darcy, you are very creative and talented," Mr. James said. "I think you would make a delightful wife for me." "But, Mr. James," Darcy replied, "I'm not sure if I'm ready to give up my dreams of becoming an artist." Mr. James then talked to Charlotte, who showed her spoiled and playful personality. "Charlotte, you are very sweet and delightful," Mr. James said. "I think you would make a good wife for me." "But, Mr. James," Charlotte replied, "I'm not sure if I'm ready to be a responsible wife. I still like to play and have fun." Mr. James was impressed by the 3 daughters of Mrs. Thompson and didn't know who was the most suitable for him. He decided to spend some time with them to see who was the most compatible with him. However, during that time, Mr. James realized that he was not just looking for a wife, but also someone who could understand and support him in his life. "Emma, Darcy, and Charlotte, I've spent some time with you, and I've realized that I'm not just looking for a wife, but also someone who can understand and support me in my life," Mr. James said. "I think Darcy is the most suitable for me because she has a cheerful and creative personality, and can understand and support me in my life." Darcy smiled and accepted Mr. James' proposal. They got married in a beautiful ceremony and lived happily ever after.